Hello, welcome back. Today, as we are continuing with the day 7, and we have seen that we managed to make a table, which is doing exactly what we wanted. Now, let's go back to code. Let's go back to code so that we can do the part that remaining. So, on this part, we want to add few things. One of the things that we want to add is possibility of having this particular table to look a little bit better, but also to change things here and there. So number one is think of your friend who is called Kaisiki Sinamakosa, has two phone number, but also has been in two countries. So the basic way will be to have again another tiara here, and then TD, you repeat the same name. So okay, all right, for the sake of the writing, and then TD is the phone number, which is 256 2. Okay, and this is number from whatever country he's in. So let's say he is now in Moga, Somali. All right, but it doesn't look good so far because you are talking about the same person. What if you can make here to have just one name and the number remain different? What about that? That's also going to look good. How are we going to do that? That's where we use things they call span. So you can span, when you talk about span, mean that you join or merge, if you have used this term in Excel and the like. You merge two either column or rows together. So in this case, when we are looking at Sinamakosa here and Sinamakosa here, these are in two different rows. So we need to span this to be one cells. How do we do that? We are going to delete this particular part so that we remain with the space. You need to have a space to do the spanning, otherwise you'll be having issues. Now we say we are spanning rows. I have to say row span, and I say two because they are going to be two rows, the first rows, the second rows joined together. And now you see I'm getting very, very good combined, and talking about the same person is having this number and has been in this country and this country. But you realize that Jean-Marie is having two numbers, but in the same country. So you either could add that number here to Jean-Marie, or you can have another row specifically that is going to deal with that particular information to make sure that the look of your data is so clear. How are we going to do that? So we are going also to have almost the same thing of Jean-Marie. I will not write it again. I will just copy and paste here. We have Jean-Marie, the different number, but the same country. I don't even remember the country code number for my home country. Okay, 237. I'll just throw any number. I don't have this number, doesn't have belong to anyone, so don't think that they are real. They're not. It's just for learning purpose only. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They need to be 9. Yep. All right. So we have those numbers, and we have this number, but in the same country. So in this, we know how to span. we're going also to do the same thing of spanning two what? Two rows together. And how are we going to do that? We are going to get rid of Jean-Marie. We're also going to get rid of DRC Congo, DR Congo, so that we can have really enough space to do the spanning. So we have only the number. We come back to our Jean-Marie name here, and we say, what is going on? We say row. What is going on with my computer now? This is interesting. This is really interesting. So we say 2. This is for name. Wow. Something is happening with my computer. We'll see. And also, I'll come here and I'll say row. I'm not running anything on the background. That can be so heavy. So ROWSPAN. Cool. So now with that, the two number are placed together, but they are referring to the same person and they are referring to the same country. The data are looking a little bit better than before. Now let's say we want to do this is called row span. We can do column span when we combine this column and this column together to make one particular column. And we can do that by saying, not, let me make another simple tiara. And this tiara will be having 2 TD, not, and another TD, which will take the node that I want to save. But this now, I will say COLSPAN, which will be having, will take from this and this to cover the whole space, and inside there I can say these are not real people. All right. That's the way. But see, one more thing that we need to add on our table, which is going to make it look good, is the title. Because you see Kaisiki and you don't know what does that mean. We need to say, what are these, what are these, what are these? By doing that, they call it headers. So we need to add headers on our table. By creating also row first, we need to have a table row. And then from there, we need to specify the headers by creating table th. Now we're going to say this is name. And as you can see, it's having a little bit bolded, yeah. And another one, font. And last one is country or location. Good. Before I close this lesson, there is one more thing that we need to look at. This is called, if you look at your table, it's looking good. It's looking so good, so well. But the things are so tight. Things are so, there's no space for text or content to fill within the table. So what we do, we need to add one more thing into, one more attribute into our table opening tag. We added border. We can now add this one more thing, which will make spaces within every cell. So we are calling it cell padding, and we are going to give it maybe 5. So if you can see now, it have created spaces around within the table, and the content are a little bit clear. If I say 15, it's getting bigger and beautiful and easy to follow. This makes the table look so good and easy to read and easy to follow. And at the end of the day, if you make your web app look like that, people will be able to follow to understand what you're trying to present. If you remove any of this, you have different look. But the moment you add the border, you have exactly division of what is ending here, what is ending here, and where there is span, you can see the content are filling that particular part. Wow, it was good to learn together about tables, and there's a lot to be done. You can now go do some tasks about table, try it, make it work, add different few things around, and enjoy as I'm enjoying coding with you. Thank you very much for day 7, part B. Until tomorrow, let me go back to my other activities and my other duties. See you.